Oh my god, I'm so ashamed of what I used to do in my second semester. Oh my god, you guys need to know this. I used to in my guys, let me tell you my biggest tip, my biggest advice is it's too costly. I keep getting calls. Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't already know me, or for those of you who are on my channel for the first time, hi, my name is Yasmin. So if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you would already know that I go to McGill University in Montreal, and I'm actually going into my junior year, my third year. But the other day I was going through my laptop and I found these notes where I talked about my freshman year mistakes, or like all the things that I did wrong in my freshman year. And I don't know, I thought it was so funny and so weird because I don't know, it doesn't even feel like me. Like I feel like I'm so different than my first year, like in everything, my discipline, my work ethic, the way I talk, the way I think. But yeah, I know so many of you guys are planning on coming to McGill soon, so I just wanted to share these things with you guys and give you some advice. And honestly, these aren't necessarily just for McGill students, it could be for any university student. But anyways, before I get started, I just wanted to say I post new videos every single Tuesday and Friday about McGill, Montreal, and sometimes just some fun daily vlogs. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and the notification bell button so you guys get notified every single time I make a post. Oh my god, speaking of subscribers, 79% of my viewers aren't subscribed to my channel. But yeah, we have big goals on this channel, so if you guys wanted to subscribe, that would make me very happy. But anyways, we are gonna jump straight into this video. Number one, not spending enough time on campus in the fall. So the thing is, unlike most freshman students, I didn't live on campus. Like I wasn't in dorms, and I actually had an apartment with my sister, and I absolutely loved that. And I managed to stay in the McGill bubble regardless. However, I really didn't spend enough time on campus in the fall. Like I didn't make the extra effort to make McGill my home at the start. For example, I didn't like the hassle of walking all the way to campus just to go study at the library, so I would stick to the libraries that were near me. And even though that's okay, after the first semester I realized that I wasn't as familiar with the uni or the vibe or the people as much as the other students were, and I really didn't like that. Like I knew that McGill was gonna be my home for the next 4 years, so I wanted to know the campus inside out. I wanted to be familiar with the environment, the people, the vibe, all of that jazz. You know, I wanted to find those places that I loved and felt comfortable in and wanted to spend time in, regardless of whether I had classes or not. After coming to that realization, I started to spend so much more time on campus in my second semester, and it actually made such a big difference. Like the thing is, because I became familiar with the environment, with the people, with the uni, with everything, I just really got in the vibe, and it genuinely made McGill feel like home to me. And honestly, the thing is, I love McGill, but when I first got there, I was so intimidated because everything and everyone was so different, and normally I'm not like that, so that was like a shock to me too. And it's so easy to stay away from environments that you're not familiar with, or to stick to whatever feels comfortable or whatever is around you. This small little thing, spending more time on campus, spending more time with your people, with your environment, I promise you guys, it makes such a big difference. It literally takes this big scary place and it makes it your home. Number two, spending my money on the most useless crap. Oh my god, guys, I used to think I was so good at managing my own funds, but I was so wrong. Like I wasn't a bad spender, but I wasn't a good spender either. And honestly, in the beginning, when you have full control over your funds, it can be a little bit hard. Like it can be difficult because you're not sure how much you're supposed to be spending on what. Okay, so let me break it down for you guys. The top 3 things you're gonna be spending your money on is food, transportation, and just going out or partying. So firstly, with food, the thing is, for example, if you have a bunch of groceries at home and it's things that can go bad, like veggies or fruits, then you don't have to eat out 3 or 4 or 5 times a week. First of all, your groceries are gonna go bad, and that's a waste of food. Second, it's a waste of money on groceries. Third of all, eating out way too often is unhealthy and can get way too costly. I keep getting calls. Okay, when it comes to grocery shopping, I'm definitely so much better at it now than I was before. Like, now I spend 4 times less in a month on groceries than I used to in my first year. 4 times. That's a lot. And the thing is, honestly, it was so easy for me to overspend on groceries when I didn't plan ahead. So if I didn't know what I was going to be eating that week, or I didn't know what I wanted to be cooking that week, then I just would go to the grocery store overestimating what I would need, and that would result in an excess of food. And again, it could go bad. Like, that would just be a waste of food, a waste of money, and it's a hassle, you know? So I genuinely think planning ahead helps you save so much money on groceries. Okay, second, transportation. Oh my god, I'm so ashamed of what I used to do in my second semester. But basically, I used to have a class that was all the way up the hill. McGill students, you know I'm talking about the McMed building. I used to absolutely despise walking up that hill. The thing is, I was at an advantage because it was closer to my apartment than campus was, so it really wasn't that far of a walk. Like, it was right there, but because I didn't want to go up the hill, I used to Uber to class frequently. And the thing is, sometimes it was really snowy or really icy, so it would be dangerous to walk up the hill, so it makes sense to Uber to class. But sometimes I really didn't have to, and I was just kind of lazy. And ironically, it would take me so much longer to get to class when I Ubered than when I walked. But yeah, again, that's like another thing, just wasting your money on nothing. Anyways, number 3, going out. So it's no secret that in your first year, you're gonna be partying hard. Everyone wants to go crazy. Everyone wants to have fun. And personally, I'm the type of person, I like to spend my money on experiences and people rather than things. So for me, again, personally, when it comes to going out, I think it's okay to treat yourself or to have fun or to spend. Like, don't stress too much about it as long as you're being responsible and you're doing it moderately. But for example, let's say you know you're gonna be partying so hard every single day this week, then you don't need to overspend every single day this week. You don't need to treat yourself every single day this week. Set a budget, set a limit for the week, you know? Again, just do it responsibly. Like, for example, with me, oh my god guys, in all my videos I always talk about my best friend in Ottawa, but the thing is, we always visit each other, and every time we visit each other we say, we never know when we're gonna see each other again, you know, we should go crazy, we should have fun, we should party, blah blah blah. That's just to say that it's okay to have fun and it's okay to treat yourself. Just be responsible about it, you know? Okay, next, mistake number 3. Running late to class. Oh my god guys, when you have the complete freedom to choose whether or not you want to show up to class on time or even show up at all, it makes it so difficult to be punctual. And I think it's okay at the start, but you shouldn't let it become a habit. So the thing is, with me, I had an 8 a.m. class 3 times a week for my entire freshman year. And for me personally, I found it so difficult to be on time because I'm a really heavy sleeper. Like, I don't wake up to my alarms. I'm not a morning person, that type of thing. Like, I just found it so hard to be up in the morning, and that's not an excuse, you know? It doesn't make it right, because even though it seems like such a little thing, like running late to class or being a few minutes late, I swear it has such negative effects. First of all, it disrupts the lecture. Second of all, it distracts the other students. Third of all, it impedes learning. And despite all of that, you all should know that if you arrive late to class, or if you start to make that a habit, then subconsciously you're gonna give that class less importance, which means that that's gonna affect your performance. And you don't want being late to be the reason that your GPA drops, you know, or you don't want that to be the reason that you don't have good grades. And I don't know if you guys already know this, but the more you are late as a student, the more likely you're gonna make arriving late a habit as an adult. But I don't know if that makes sense, but it's something that you're gonna carry with you even when you go to work. So it's something that you should really start to tackle right from the beginning. And I did this mistake very often. Even if I was only 2 minutes late, it makes a difference. And the problem with me is I would always underestimate transportation times. So I would always end up being late, even if it was only 1 or 2 minutes. So the thing that really helps me kick that habit out is really setting in my mind that arriving on time is arriving late and arriving early is arriving on time. And ever since I implemented that mindset, I started to become so punctual, not just with classes, but with assignments, with deadlines, with peoples, with hangouts, with everything. I swear, guys, that type of mindset changes your life. Okay, next we have mistake number 4. Letting winter get to me. Oh my god, guys, I talk about this on my channel all the time, but seasonal depression is real. The thing is, for me, I grew up in sunny Abu Dhabi, so I practically never saw a cloud in the sky. And when I moved to Montreal, I feel like I just really didn't know what I was in for. Like, I feel like it's not a big deal to some people, but for someone who has never experienced real winter or harsh winter, it can be such a shock. And for me, I just wasn't mentally prepared. And I talk about this all the time, like, you don't need to prepare with boots and coats and whatever. You just need to mentally prepare in the sense that you need to learn to find happiness within, even when the world won't always necessarily give it to you. Because honestly, gloomy weather radiates gloomy energy. It can affect your vibe, it can affect your mood. And again, personally, it was something that I didn't know how to deal with. You know, third years and fourth years used to always tell me it never gets better, you never get used to it. But honestly, I needed to constantly remind myself that every experience is what you make of it. So I actually have a completely separate video where I talk about what it's like living as a student in Montreal, where I talk about seasonal depression, tips and tricks and pros and cons and all of that type of jazz. And I also have another video where I talk about all the different things you can do in winter, all the different types of fun activities that you can do to keep yourself upbeat and happy. And I'm actually gonna link these videos in the description box down below if you guys wanna check them out. Okay, next, number 5. Taking hard classes in the winter semester. Oh my god, guys. Okay, like I just said, seasonal depression is real, meaning winter can take a toll on you. So don't make it worse by taking difficult classes in the winter semester. Personally, for me, I started to realize that winter was affecting me in November, so late in the fall semester. And the thing is, I really didn't think about how taking hard or difficult classes would take a toll on me in the winter semester. For the first few weeks of January, I was not happy with my classes. There was specifically this one class, and there were so many factors coming into play, like how far it was, how difficult it was to get there, the environment of the students in the class, too many people were too competitive, the professor, like there were just so many things I genuinely didn't like about that class. And I knew that if I switched it out to another semester, it would be such a relief for me, and also I would excel in that class so much more because I would be in a different mindset and a different environment. So that's exactly what I did. I switched it out to another semester. Guys, let me tell you my biggest tip, my biggest advice is, if you know you won't be happy doing something, then don't do it. Like, obviously you can't run away from your classes, but there's so many ways that you can make your life easier. If you know you can do it in another semester, do it in another semester. You don't have to force yourself to do something that you don't want to do. In the end of the day, you need to educate yourself, not to kill yourself. So always keep in mind your mental health is the #1 priority. Always. Always. I cannot stress that enough. Okay, next, number 6. Avoiding meal prep during final season. Oh my god, guys, this was such a big mistake for me. So the thing is, when you're first adapting to university life, time management can be a bit of a struggle, and that's okay at the start. For me personally, I stuck to meal prepping because it's such a time saver, and also it's so much more healthy. However, when final season rolled around, I had so much trouble trying to set aside 1 or 2 hours every few days just to meal prep or just to cook for myself. And the result of that, I would order in every single day. The thing is, since the quality of the food that I was eating wasn't the best, I would always feel tired, sluggish, bloated, lazy, and that's the last thing you want during finals. Oh my god, you guys need to know this. Junk food affects the way that you process information. You really need to be taking care of yourself during final season. You really need to watch out what you're putting into your body, what you're eating. Don't make that mistake that I made. Set aside those 1 to 2 hours, guys. Trust me. Again, your health is more important than anything else in the world. Take care of your body so your body can take care of you. The thing is, I'm also a stress eater, so this was especially bad for me, which brings me to my next point. Number 7, stress eating. So we all know and have heard of the freshman 15, and trust me, it is real. So lucky for me, I actually really switched up my lifestyle when I got to uni, and I started to eat healthier. I started to take care of myself. The quality of the food I was eating was different, all of that jazz. So I didn't gain weight, but when I got to final season and I was eating, it's junk food and everything, and I was so stressed and I was breaking out, and it was just like I would take 1 step forward and 10 steps back, you know, and it would make me feel like shit. Even if what I was doing wasn't that bad at the moment, it was exaggerated in my head, you know, mentally it was affecting me so much because I knew I wasn't doing something that's good for my body. The thing is, I was stress eating, and then I would get stressed because I know that I'm harming my body, so I would end up stress eating again. Like, it was just a cycle, and it was so bad. It's bad for your physical health, it's bad for your mental health. Again, guys, my biggest advice, take the time to take care of yourself, to cook good meals for yourself, to care about your body, love your body, treat yourself right. Again, the most important thing is your health, your mental health, your physical health. You're not coming to uni to kill yourself. You're coming to uni to educate yourself. More ways than one. Not just in school or not just in your major, but also the way that you live your life, the way that you're adulting, the way that you're growing up. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up super quickly because my last 2 mistakes is something you guys have probably heard over and over and over again. First of all, overpacking. Y'all are gonna have limited space in your dorm room. Also, no one cares about what you're wearing. It's gonna be winter so many months of the year. You're probably gonna be in your winter coat all the time. Don't waste your space, guys. Trust me, space is so valuable, and also it's so stressful. For me personally, having too many things, it's stressful. Like, my apartment is small, so I like to be more of a minimalist, you know what I mean? Last thing, buying new textbooks. Oh my god. Okay, so this really depends on your class in the end of the day, because some classes need textbooks, but even if they do not buy them from the bookstore. Trust me, you can always buy a cheaper version of the book from the upperclassmen, or you can find an online free version, or you can find an online cheaper version from Amazon Prime, or you can find the hard copy from Amazon Prime. Like, there are so many ways you can buy the book or get the book either for free or for so much cheaper than you would at the McGill bookstore, because everything is so overly expensive. And honestly, you can find things at the McGill library, and you can obviously use the books whenever you want. So yeah, but anyways, guys, those were the mistakes that I made in my first year, and I hope this is really helpful to anyone who's going to McGill next semester. But anyways, guys, that's the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it just as much as I enjoyed recording it. And as always, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, and share this video. And as always, if you guys are looking for more content like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below so you guys get notified every single time I make a post. I'll see you guys next week.